のは時を超えた夢を見る静寂の海に抱かれて鳥や雲を見上げては儚い命燃やした伏線の朝に
And welcome, it's episode 113 of the Red Leaf Retrocast. I am JD, joined with Tori and Hickey as the usual. How you guys doing?
I'm tired.
Hickey,
Yeah,
are you
I'm
still
doing
awake?
Yes, I'm here. I'm doing okay.
So when we started when we hooked up and before recording, you asked me how many consecutive hours I'd stayed awake. Was there a reason for that, or just thinking about Planet Test, which we'll be reviewing today?
No. Dorian needs to finish some energy drink stuff. I was like, just go no sleep for a few days and just drink that shit.
No, that sounds like an awful time.
Oh boy!
Again, the beginning of the hallucinations are fine. The
No, not that. I'm talking about the drinking the energy drink that stuff. That sounds awful.
The energy drink part sounds awful, not the staying awake and hallucinating part.
Yeah, no, this shit that I have, it's not great. It's not great.
What is the Norwegian energy drink you have then?
No, it's not Norwegian. It's like a supplement thing. It's like an ex-gamer thing. So I ordered like a trial set of that. So I have a bunch of like packs, and some of them are fine, but god damn it, some of them are not fine.
Uh-oh. I don't trial energy supplements?
Yeah, it's basically like a powder you have in your water, and then you fucking shake it, and then it changes color because of food coloring, and
of course
gives you energy supposedly. Figured,
yes,
sure,
this purple really boosts my energy.
This purple really boosts my energy. But that's not really the problem. The problem for me is mostly flavor. Like this thing I have right here, it's like tropical fruits, but I don't know what kind of tropical fruit this is. It's fucking sweeter than anything I've had before. That's for damn sure.
How's the fruit population in Norway?
Bad.
I would imagine so, yes.
Wait, what was hold on. What was that question you just asked?
What's the fruit population?
What is the fruit population?
Yeah, like are fruit in abundance? Like, I don't know. I mean, America, Georgia is famous for like peaches and oranges and shit.
JD, I love you, but you cannot speak.
Why? What's wrong? What's wrong with fruit populations?
In many countries, fruit is a slang for gay people.
That's where your mind went? Oh.
Yeah.
You poor man.
So like, I was like, how's the fruit population? Oh, there's many. It was like, oh, interesting. Good. Cool.
I mean,
I'm glad they are still there, I guess.
Here, my mind went to a place of peace, of oranges and peaches, and you, Hickey.
What? Are you saying having a good fruit population is not peaceful?
I can't remember the last time I heard someone describe a person of orientation as a fruit. That sounds like very 1987.
Yeah, I just did that. So you remember now.
Yes, it has been technically very recent since I last heard that.
Man, I try my best to not start it. God damn it, dude. I just said that before we start recording. Let's not.
How long have you been awake consecutively?
50
hours?
Yes.
Like now? Minutes. In this moment?
No, not now. I've been... What time is it? 10 hours?
10 hours, okay. I got up a couple hours ago.
I woke up like 4 a.m.
On a Saturday?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Good answer.
He always wakes up early.
I always wake up early, yeah.
Hickey's awake when I go to sleep, which is not early, and he's awake when I get up, which depends on the day. Sometimes I'm up late, sometimes I'm up early.
I sleep 5 hours a night. Like I go to bed at 11 p.m. and wake up at 4 a.m. every single day.
I get around, let's see,
Yeah, I'm about
6
the same.
hours most of the time, sometimes 8.
You're just having quality sleep, so I don't need to sleep a lot.
We did stop that. No quality sleep. That's just not a thing in 2021. Everyone has shitty sleep schedules, shitty sleep cycles, shitty sleep. Get with a program, Hickey.
Yeah, okay. I'll try my best. I guess I'm just gonna order some samples of X Gamer juice
yeah.
and stay up some days.
Gamer juice.
You wouldn't even be.
That's
up.
okay. Okay. X game. When you said X Gamer juice, that's where my mind went dirty.
What? No, okay.
I mean,
okay.
I can make some X Gamer juice. Okay. All right. This is
Just
an
gotta
anime
order me
podcast.
some of Tori's X Gamer juice. Mm.
Oh, hold on. I didn't say. Hold on.
That's not for sale, Jay.
Hold
Relax.
Hold on.
Make sure you keep it in a bathtub for me.
Fuck no.
It's got to have the bathwater inflation price.
Yeah, I guess. So. Hey, if you're gonna buy something like that, why would you buy like the juice? Wouldn't you want like discrements or something? Would that be more viable?
Are we really debating?
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, are we? It depends on
What's
you. That's
terrible is this is all related to Planet Test. It could be. It could all wrap around that way.
Could all be.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your water made out of? X Gamer juice. Let me tell you.
X Gamer juice, let me tell you.
So, guys,
Yes.
I have watched no anime over the last 2 weeks except Planet Test.
Wow, that's incredible.
Isn't that
Also, last
great?
time I watched one episode of Loop on the Third, the newest Loop on the Third. Let's see.
Part 6.
I watched 3 episodes actually on November 18th.
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
It's
I do have a question about Lupin 6. Did you watch the like episode 0 of the season?
yes, of course I did.
What'd you think of the whole Jigon kind of voice actor having like his goodbye episode?
I mean, it's nice. Like obviously it's been his entire career.
Oh yeah.
So and of course you can understand why he decided to hang it up. He definitely sounds like an old man.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Yeah, nah, but it was fine. It's a nice little just like, all right, that's it. After this, I'm done. I'm never doing it again. I'm never voice acting ever again.
Yeah, and he's the only one like alive at this point, right?
No, I'm pretty sure Fujigomina's original voice actress is also still alive.
Okay, all right.
I
That's
think,
good.
anyways.
That would have been cool if they would have got her for that episode, just as a.
Yeah, it would have. But again, right, she hasn't done Fujigomina since like what 2010, I think. So
Recent enough.
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Ah, come on.
So we don't know how she's doing health wise either, I guess. Well,
What's
I don't
10
know.
years in between?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There. What can happen in 10 years? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing happened in 10 years. Come on. Time is a flat circle. Just like Earth, right? Am I right, guys?
It's about to say time is flat, just like the Earth.
Man, you just said that in the fucking Planet Test episode. Wow.
Dude, I'm just saying, all right? Planet, this is anime. Anime is 2D.
Therefore, the Earth is flat. It all checks out.
See? Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I see. Planet Test is just a round Earth propaganda.
That's why the space defense. No, was it the no? What was the terrorist organization in Planet Test?
Yes, the Space Defense Force, the fearsome terrorist organization that doesn't want people to go to space. I think Earth Defense Force, maybe.
EDF,
but that's a game.
No, that's Earth Defense. Well,
That's a
yeah,
game.
it's also like a Gundam faction or what? I think that's what they're called. Space Defense Front.
Space Defense Front. There it is.
There we go. We weren't too far off.
Nope.
Not at all.
Gotta defend space, man. Fucking humans always trying to capture shit and make it their own and destroy it. Disgusting creatures, I swear.
Yeah.
I like how you're both in sync there.
Goddamn people exploring the moon.
I have a lot to say over this anime. I think we should get right into it.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All
I was watching anime, but I had a little problem with my PC, so I had to.
Just a small one.
Watching.
So it didn't
was a quick one.
go as planned then?
It did. It's working. The battery is dead though, so I need to go back and.
Oh, I do have a
put a
question
new
for
one.
you guys before we get going. Have any of you checked out the Cowboy Bebop live action?
Absolutely
No,
not. I don't feel
but
like it.
Answer
I
that.
might on my vacations because my friends who don't watch anime, they liked it.
Mhm.
So maybe it's worth it. I'll be a little bit salty because it's not the original. I hate these people. But aside that,
I think
If
it's
my
kind of
friends
goofy
who
and
don't-
fun.
yeah, if my friends who don't watch anime are saying good stuff, then I might as well check out. They want me to watch the fucking League of Legends animation.
Arcane?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Arcane. Yeah, that's I've watched about half of it myself. It's quite good.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
I just don't like League of Legends.
Well, I don't either, and I also know nothing of League of Legends other than the game, and the community are, well, less than ideal humans.
The community is not that bad. If you grew up playing Modern Warfare 2 on fucking Xbox, you've seen worse.
No, I did not. I did not
Well, I
partake
did.
in such a community.
I did. I've seen worse.
I would rather stay away from that sect of human interaction.
It's just a bunch of kids.
Hey, nice shot. Die in hell. Whoa.
Oh no, that's no. It's mostly just
I wish.
homophobic, racial slurs and other
Well,
bullshit
yes,
like
but
that.
I can't say that kind of stuff. That's frowned upon.
I mean, you can say
Well,
it, but
I could.
the reaction will be pretty bad.
A bunch of fruits.
There we go. Now we're getting canceled.
There
That's
we
it.
go.
Again.
Yeah. Nah. Oh, wow.
Would it be worse if you called someone a fruit but prefaced it with the actual fruit name? Ah, you're such an orange fruit. I guess that would be like a Trump insult, actually.
You're such an orange fruit. I feel like that is more of a play on their skin color.
Yeah, that's why I said it's
Yeah.
probably a Trump insult. What about a Fiji fruit? No.
The hell is a Fiji fruit?
Yeah,
Isn't that offensive if the person is from Fiji? though?
That's why I was like, I was like, no, that could be connected. Dragon fruit? No.
drag.
No.
I think the thing that we need to realize is that it's 2021. People are going to be offended by anything if they can find a way to be offended by it.
hold
So
on.
That's true.
Banana fruit?
banana fruit, banana fly. There we go. There's no way anybody's going to be offended by that, right?
No,
way.
never. Never. Okay. We should stop while we're ahead before we really actually get in trouble.
We're not
What are they
getting
going to
in
do?
trouble.
Cancel us?
Which time?
We're not getting in trouble. Come on.
We're the
That's
Lupin
right.
Anime
They're
podcast.
only-
No one
they're
listens
I
only
to us.
know
gonna-
one or two things about law.
They're only going to send hate to JD. It's okay.
Yeah, that is true.
I hate how right
You just
you
need to
are.
say for legal reasons, those are just jokes.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Well, yeah, as long as you say that, you're in the clear.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Anime.
Anime. Let me,
I mean, you guys won't have anything compromising in your phone, right? Or your PC?
Depends.
Okay. Okay, that's
Well-
reassuring.
Listen, I'm sure if somebody took a look at my pictures on my phone, they'd have some questions. I don't think it's strictly illegal, but it would be like, are you okay?
I don't think it's strictly illegal. The best answer.
Technically, I think it's legal.
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know every law, but I'm pretty sure it isn't illegal. It would be weird if it was illegal, but there would definitely be a lot of questions.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I would be surprised if it was.
So there was a
would be
funny. I have a
surprised if
funny
it was.
college story about that actually. So one of the guys in the dormitory, he had a bunch of like anime and video games on his hard drive, and he goes, "Oh yeah." So we gave the hard drive to pass around and get what you wanted off it, and there was a folder like hidden in the trash because some guy accidentally deleted an anime he wanted to see. And so he went to the trash folder, and then he clicked in the folder that was in the trash folder, and there was the strangest porn that you could imagine. It involved like goats and various other animals, and let's just say that guy did not stay in college that much longer afterwards. He was that embarrassed about being found out that he was into that.
Wait,
And he was the huge kicker is he's the son of a priest in Wisconsin.
So that just makes sense to me. But like the thing that I mostly
the son of the priest part or the goat part?
Both of them. They're connected. They're definitely connected.
him being
but like,
from Wisconsin?
Yes, it's all connected.
all
It's all
three.
connected. It's all connected.
No, don't say that. No, don't say that.
The thing that kind of just gets to me with that is the fact that he has this on his hard drive and he's passing it around. Is he retarded?
Well, he did fail out of school.
That one I will allow. That one is just, I will allow that.
I'm just saying. If
Maybe he forgot he had goat porn on it, Tori. Come on.
Sure, of course, yeah. Now, if I had something like that, I sure still wouldn't be passing it around.
You don't want.
I'm not fucking.
Do you have goat porn on your computer?
I'm not putting my goat porn in a fucking homework folder and hoping no one clicks it. I know the internet tells you that that's a good idea, but like, why risk it?
There's the theme of the podcast. Why risk your goat porn being discovered?
Exactly.
Cybersecurity.
Don't let your goat porn expose who you are.
Listen, man.
Talking about cybersecurity, a lot of accounts in a lot of platforms are being hacked by NFT weirdos. So whenever you activate the 2FA verification
What's
process,
their goal? To expose everyone's porn?
No, to just sell NFTs.
Oh, okay.
Make money,
That's
like
that's
NFTs.
much less funny.
just like every single scam.
Yep. I mean, like, listen, all right? I studied IT. We had a lot of IT security. And the number one thing we always learned at IT security was if you don't want your goat porn getting found, don't share it with others.
It's true.
This is wise. This is wise advice.
I mean, I can vouch for it. I'm a lawyer after all.
He has seen his fair share of
What's
goat
more
porn.
strange, saying I can vouch for this, I'm a lawyer, or don't worry, I'm a geologist, I got this handled?
Yeah, I think the geologist part, because I actually worked at the prosecutor office and I saw some really fucked up stuff, including some really fucked up porn, and I can guarantee to you, don't pass around that shit if you don't want to get in trouble.
All right, we're going off the rails here, maybe a little bit. It's been a...
Well, that is the most serious thing I said the whole time. Well,
that's not what I'm referencing, but okay. Let me just play this drop and we can start talking about space depression. Oh, God. Play, you drop, you asshole. It's not playing, guys.
All right, cool.
No, it's loading. Hold on. No, it's loading. There we go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
I did it. It played.
Way. It's loading. Jesus Christ.
It was loading. I don't know what the media player it was just going. I was like, are you gonna play something?
How big is that fucking drop?
It's 6 seconds. I don't know. It's gotta render some shit first. I don't know.
It's gotta unpack the shaders.
All right. So we are reviewing an anime called Planetes, not Planets, as confusing as that might be. It came out in the fall 2003 by Studio Sunrise. The theme is space, if you couldn't guess.
What?
Yeah. It was
No way.
directed by Goro Taniguchi. He is the Code Geass guy, for those wondering. What else did he did something else, didn't he? Oh, Vinland Saga, right?
Well, not the director. The mangaka did Vinland Saga, and his name is Makoto Yukimura.
Okay. There we go. I should pull up the Anime Planet review because this my anime list, what I'm looking at, is very long.
Ooh, 3 paragraphs.
Yeah. I don't want to. I kind of don't want to read all that, but yeah, this is way better. In the year 2075, not too far off, actually, humanity has spread to the stars along with their technology, colonies, and waste. At such great speeds in orbit, even a tiny bolt can cause a tragic disaster. Even the team of the Half Division, their job, to gather the garbage and debris that circles the Earth in order to keep space safe. From broken down satellites to bolts and nails, there's nothing that the underpaid and underappreciated staff can't salvage. Join Hachimaki, Tanabe, Fee, and the rest of the gang as they risk their lives to keep space clean and keep their wallets empty.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yes, this anime is about collecting space debris and the very deep philosophical conversations and psychological disorders and the despair of just being in space throughout, along with terrorist acts and a theme of corporate salaryman hierarchy.
Oh, hell yeah. I just love the fact...
A lot of cancer.
A lot of cancer.
There's a lot of cancer in this anime. Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that it just opens up when it's literally just like, fucking space, exploring space, being a fucking astronaut, being a spacefarer, just the fucking unknown, the vast unknown above us. Wouldn't that be so fucking cool? And it just immediately hits you with the fucking, anyways, here's the fucking garbage collector team. You're stuck here now. Like,
yeah.
Whoa, way to fucking break the dream immediately.
Yeah, it pretty much knocks you right into it. This is what you actually have to do. You have to go pick up space debris. It's garbage. You will suffer from eventual radiation poisoning from being in space so long. You could easily possibly get decompression sickness. You will definitely get cancer. Your bones will become brittle, so good luck with that when you go back to Earth. And if anything happens to you, the odds of you getting some horrible mental disorder are very high. Have fun in space, guys. It's fun.
Have fun. Yeah. It's such a fucking reality crushing. And I fucking dig that. I like that introduction. It's just like, oh, all right. Okay, we're just fucking hanging out with a bunch of people who were dreaming big and then got fucking pulled down by fucking corporate overlords. Hell yeah.
Oh man, the monopolization of resources in this was incredible. It every other episode seemed to kind of just put that in your face, or entire episodes devoted to it, where it goes, well, since it's expensive to get into space, only the developed nations can reap the benefits. Good luck, Brazil.
Brazil's doing fine.
Yeah, except that whole civil war going off by a fringe country.
They never said that. They were in war with themselves, just like Brazilians are. It's not a civil war. We don't call that a civil war. We call that a normal day.
Just another Tuesday.
Just another one.
Oh, that's not a civil war. It's Tuesday. Get out of here with your technicalities.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, no. I think it's just a little bit odd that the team responsible for, getting debris out of space and keeping everyone safe is like the underappreciated one and underpaid and undeveloped. I think that should be really, really important.
You think so, right? But I mean,
yeah, every single element of the anime kind of points to the space debris team being extremely important to all operations. And it just goes, nah, we're only going to give you half the team, half the resources, but god damn it, I bet you do your fucking job.
I mean, so obviously the direct correlation there is supposed to be like garbage men, right? I think the status of garbage men has kind of gone up over time. But back in the day, that used to be like, it was considered a fucking terrible job to have. So it's like that's supposedly the correlation there. But yeah, like they are important because, you know, all the fucking space race and whatnot, and people just didn't give a shit, and suddenly fucking the atmosphere around Earth is just filled with fucking debris. And I was like, yeah, we need to fucking do something about that. Otherwise, just, you know, space tourism and all of that other shit is literally never going to happen because it's fucking too dangerous.
There's an episode early on from a character that's on the he's in half section. That's what they call the debris section, half section. The Russian named Yuri, where his backstory is him and his wife were on like a tourist ship in space, and a simple nut just ran into the ship, and everyone died, like except him and 2 other people. Just shoom, bang, and he
compression explosion.
Yeah, and he spends he joins half set. Like his goal is to join half section, find this pocket watch his wife had. Like, wow, okay,
Yeah,
that's quite the backstory.
It's really the backstories are really good. Well, the story, like the individual stories, are really good. Which is like episode 12 to 19, 17.
I think the backstories kind of stop at around 15.
You think so?
Yeah, because when episode 16 happens, that's when Hachimaki gets like cut off from a solar flare, and that's when the show starts going fully into more of the corporate overlords, terrorism acts, what would be the term? Self-destruction of well-being or lack thereof throughout like every character in the show from that point forward. I guess you do learn about Hachimaki's father, who's never there, and he disappeared, and then he just kind of shows up for one episode. That happened.
He was there the entire time, just inside of the fucking mascot thing.
Yeah, of course. So I loved the first 15 episodes of this anime. I watched the first 15 in like, I would say, basically a single sitting. I couldn't put it down. And I was heading to a 10 out of 10 type review because I was just in love. I loved the themes. I love the mixture of sense of realism. Hachimaki kind of got on my nerves, but his character was that he definitely fell into that loud, self-deprecating type self. But with every backstory and every kind of realization and development of him, you kind of understand why he acts that way. And then that solar flare episodes happen. And it just kind of comes out of nowhere. I thought I had skipped midway through the episode, or they were going to revisit it, where he just gets his lifeline to the transport ship for space debris just gets cut off because a solar flare just cuts it. It doesn't really show you much, and it does show you a picture of how he miraculously has survived not getting radiation poisoning due to just certain elements of space, and he's totally fine. But he starts to suffer from crazy
facial disorder.
Yeah, they call it lost space disorder, where he has hallucinations and he's seeing a second self, and it he overcomes the mental disease by the end of the episode, but not completely, because he still has he still suffers from, I guess, identity disorder in the end. And once that happens, the rest of the show is just so uber depressing.
Yeah, the quality just goes down a little bit.
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling the whole terrorism.
No, I wasn't either.
Going full terror because people, my country's dying. That's why I'm going to just explode everyone in space. Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then
Makes sense.
Hachimaki's ex-girlfriend gets involved, even though she wants to prove that her heritage nation isn't all that bad, but she falls into it. She goes to prison, and Like, it's wild. It's Hachimaki goes through that identity disorder of he must be alone because that's what he's meant to be in space, from him just drifting in there because you don't feel anything when you're in space. So he comes to the like negative conclusion that he himself must also be alone, like he was in space. It's very sad. But the first 15 I loved. That was great. It was good stuff. It was like pat labor.
The ending is nice as well. I
guess the ending
like the
episode
is... Like the last two episodes are just like, and nothing happened. Mm-hmm. There was no crimes, no nothing. It's just that they're going to Jupiter now because, Mars is a little bitch. I skip that.
Yeah, Mars is bad.
We're going... Mars is bad. Let's go to Jupiter. Even though, like, they talk a lot about Mars traveling.
Yeah, it's like an in-between point to travel to.
Mars, yeah.
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 Oh, yes. Yes, she did the in-between point of travel between the Earth and the Moon.
Well, not that
right
direction.
There. No, I know it. I'm just making fun of you. Yeah, no. The first 15 episodes are really, really fun. Even though it takes a little while to get used to the character. Hachimaki. Getting used to how absurdly dumb the premise is. Not in the sense that it's like, oh, garbage man in space, because it is really cool, like seeing them work and whatnot, and how to make that interesting. It's just like, why the fuck taking debris off space and making it safe and protecting a bunch of important shit is not a high priority on a corporation, which technically should be a high priority, because if it fails, it makes you lose profit and a lot of other things that are important, like prestige. Why is that just down in the base of the fucking corporate pyramid? Doesn't make a lot of sense. When you get out of that state of mind, which is usually episode 2, or end of episode 1, which is really shocking, like it quite the reality shock, I would say. It's like, oh, we gotta take this debris out, and it's a peace monument, and our main girl, Tanabe, she's like, no, this is just a symbol of peace. We shouldn't, throw that into the atmosphere.
Right, it's a symbol of peace
it's going to collide with a military,
like, missile or something.
Yeah, like it's a military satellite of some sort from INTO, which is kind of the UN, but they conquest places and start civil wars, which is like what UN doesn't do. And even though they should stop them, they just don't. They just go there and say stop, and then they go out, and well, sometimes they just got ambushed and then killed, and the places, especially in Africa, they fucked up some stuff. Anyway, the UN is not a good it's not a good organization when it comes to wars and shit. But it's the UN, but they start wars and they conquest places to stop wars, because I guess that makes more sense than just trying to slap a dictator in the wrist and say stop it. So yeah, and she reads the sign, and the sign is actually just the INTO propaganda thing of peace, and she's like, let's just burn this thing. Right?
Yeah, they have this just back and forth argument that just goes on and on and on, and she has that immediate realization. It's like, oh, oops. Yeah, all right, guys, burn it around, whatever. She shuts up. Hachimaki has the right attitude. It's just like, I don't give a shit what it is. It's going to collide into something, cause more debris, and then we all could possibly die more.
Hell yeah.
Shut up and do your job.
Yeah, no, like I'm probably one of a few people that actually really dig the characters in this show. Well, few people. Like there are certain things, especially no,
Yeah,
I know, but
too.
like it's generally the problem people have with a lot of them, like especially early on, because they are a bit. Like for example, take Ai Tanabe. She's a bit eccentric, and even to that extent, I was a bit like taken aback by her right away because she is very
naive.
Yeah,
at first,
love and peace.
Yeah.
Why can't you all just get along and love each other and fucking it is just like he's a holy fuck, man.
What are you gonna leave behind in your will? Love. It's like yes,
love. Oh man,
the ultimate currency, love.
Yeah, there was a whole the insurance episode. Cut you off here. The insurance episode brought me a lot of laughter, and the fact Tanabe, and I didn't realize how important that like one little thing was going to be later in the show. Was you have to write something in your will to blah blah blah, and she goes on and on and on and on. It's this whole thing. Finally convinces everybody to write these like crazy diatribes of their will, and then at the very end, Hachimaki, in a state of despair that he just really falls into, reads her will. And there's nothing in it. It's like, you hypocrite bitch.
No. She explains, like, the first one on the episode we watched, where she's like, you need to talk to your people. If you die, they need to know what you said to them. She said, I wrote it, but every single year they make you remake your will. So the second time, she was already in love with Hachimaki. Hachimaki was already being a piece of little shit. And so she couldn't write anything. That's the explanation. So technically not a hypocrite. It's when she's on the wheelchair at the end. And he's like, sorry, I read your will. And she explains, that's not the one from that episode. It's a year later, where she experienced a lot of things and she had a lot of experiences and met different people with different situations. She already knew about what is his name? Geralt,
yeah.
Geralt having cancer, and she couldn't say anything to anyone. So those kind of experiences weighed her down when she decided to write the second will. Well, working for the company,
right?
Yeah, it's very quick. It's very quick because in that moment you're kind of swayed by the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's her will. It's empty, and then you have the explanation of her saying those kind of things and crying in a wheelchair because she almost fucking died. More later on that topic. So it's easy to kind of miss it, especially if you don't speak Japanese and you're not really paying attention. It's quite an emotional.
I definitely missed it.
Yeah, it's quite an emotional time, and Tanabe's VA performance through the show is not the best, but that one is, I would say, it's one of the best parts of her VA doing a good job, and so it's kind of stunning of a performance when she's like crying and being all emotional. It's like, oh, it caught your attention, it gets your attention, and so it's a little bit easy to not pay attention to the information that is being presented to you about the wheels and which one is the empty one and what happened to the other one that she spent a lot of time writing. Sometimes. Yeah. After the terrorism and that stuff.
Yeah, after, side terrorism, side plot. Tori, what kind of stood out to you the most during the show?
I don't even fucking, it's been a while. So I think the thing that just stands out to me the most is like, it's not even like necessarily a single thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is just kind of like the first impression versus like what the show kind of evolves into. Because like this, when I knew about Planet Test for a while, but it took me a while before I watched it.
I was the same,
kind of the number one thing that got to me was always just kind of like the uncertainty of it was always just like, I mean, right? Like, how do you make a show about people collecting space debris interesting? Right? Because I'm thinking like, okay, you can have a lot like interpersonal drama stuff. You can have some major like corporation stuff. You can have some politics going on. You can have this, that, and the other. And the end result is mixed at times, and it's kind of easy to say like they do a lot of different stuff. There is a bit of everything. There is the interpersonal drama. There is the politics. There is the corporate culture. There is a lot of that. But it's the whole package of how it like comes together. And yes, while I do agree with you that it does drop a little bit in quality for like the second half of it, like still I found it funny at times. And still like it never got to a point for me where I was like completely checking out of the show. I was just constantly like, okay, cool. But what happens then? What happens then? Like, what does this all mean, right? Because the whole thinking, like, when it comes to like space travel and especially in this case, considering that they want to make a whole corporation around it, both when it comes to like intergalactic travel, tourism, whatever, right? And to kind of see all those issues that prop up. I know Hickey was talking a bit about not really like where like the kind of how they being so important as they are, being kind of underappreciated and underfinanced and all of that stuff. And it's like, but I mean, shit like that happens, and it's kind of weird. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but when you think about it, because logically that should be important to them, but also it has one of those things where it's like, this is also technically a bunch of people who are expected to sacrifice their lives and being technically also just low-skilled work compared to what everybody else does. So it's like easy to be like, oh, my job is more important because I make sure that this organization has a lot of profits, and then these guys are just making sure that nothing goes wrong. Like, fuck them. So it's like, it's just kind of like, and it's all those like dynamics and like the people up top that are like really like putting their nose up at them, like really like looking down on them, even publicly looking down on them, and all the like just, it's all the like individual pieces that come together, the conflicts, interpersonal conflicts, the bigger conflicts, the fucking like organization versus organization thing. It's just, it all basically just comes down to a pretty solid package for me, which is why I like the show so much.
Yeah, it definitely, it's a little bit mitigated when, right? It's close to the end. It's in the middle. It's the middle part of the second half, where they go to another corporation. The little president of the, what is his name? Like the duo, the Indian guy and the American guy.
Dolph?
No. It's the goofy ones, like the from the debris. The debris sector.
Oh, the ninja group?
Chief. No.
You're talking about the
chief
ninja
and
group?
the chief and the, what is his name now?
Fuck.
Lavi and Myers.
Oh yeah.
The Indian guy with the tricks, JD. The one annoying dude.
Lavi, there he is.
The Indian guy with the tricks. I suppose he did. I suppose he. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they go to another company and they're like, "Oh, we're going to visit the debris section," and they're like, "Wait a second, they are in the second floor, counting from the top. They are not in the basement. What? They are important here. What? There's no trash around. What? They're treated like people? What the fuck?" I was like, oh, so the problem was the actual Technora company, I see.
You see, you fucked up. You joined a shitty company.
Yeah, that's like, what it was.
They joined a black company, I see. Yeah, it's nice. Again, I don't. Hachimaki has its problems. The rest of the cast,
for me, it's mostly Tanabe. I think that I had an issue with, but mostly just because I don't like that type of I mean, she grew on me as well, obviously, but like I don't like that type of character. The whole like happy-go-lucky kind of like naive type of character. I don't particularly enjoy that character, probably just because it's so fucking completely opposite of what I'm like as a person. So it just fucking bothers me when people are like, oh, why don't you just say you love them to your family sometimes and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh my fucking god, I swear to God.
Well, you know what you know what it was for me that didn't really get me to enjoy her as much as others is she didn't really have the ambition or goal that every other character seemed to have. Hachimaki wants to get on. He wants his own spaceship, and that leads to him having the realization that he wants to be on the maiden voyage of the Von Braun that's going to Jupiter. Fee closed that up with the backstory with her and Dolph like having the startup company, and that led into Technora, and like them like that was their goal, and they're accomplishing it. Like her being a part of Toy Box is the goal.
The ex-girlfriend being like poor and trying to like become noble blood and stuff.
Right, she wants to climb. She wants to climb the corporate ladder and does everything. They all have clear goals and ambitions that they're working towards, and then there's just Tanabe who is just, I want to find love in space, basically. And you go, ugh.
Kind of.
I think not. I think she wanted to be an astronaut, and I guess she.
I mean, well, she accomplished that like immediately. So story over.
Like, the thing with her, right, is that she serves as a bit of that, especially early on, right, when you're learning about the debris section and what they do and like how dangerous their job actually is, right? She is exactly that. She is the person who has absolutely no idea what the fuck she's doing, so she has to be told everything. She basically just becomes like the piece to like guide us through everything that's going on, like how everything works, yada yada yada, the company culture, all of that is like. She has some funny stuff though, like being adopted daughter of a death metal band leader. It's pretty funny. The adopted daughter of a death metal band leader turned engineer. And an elementary school teacher. So I was like, there's some funny stuff there. But yeah, in general, she's pretty straightforward. You kind of understand what you get with her quite early on, and she has some moments where she realizes eventually that people have their own situations, and not everybody's the same, and people don't show affection the same way, and yada yada. And sometimes people might just want to be alone. That's okay. She has to learn stuff like that, which, as somebody who's on the opposite side of that is a bit annoying to have somebody constantly on your back being like, you need to go and talk to people, you need to go and do this. Like, can't I just fucking be left alone for 5 minutes? God damn it. But she's all right. She gets better as the show goes on. It's just that like right away, just like, oh fuck, I don't like this person. Which isn't really a knock on her character that much. It's just like, shit, I don't like this type of person.
So one of the other major themes in this, which really struck me, I guess being alone during the holidays kind of got me to relate to it way too hard. But it was a lot of the characters' responses to mental themes like angst, internal, external conflict of what they're going through, whether it's mostly being alone or the prospect of dying alone without accomplishing what you want. Essentially, existential dread. that was.
Are you okay, JD?
Well, look, man, when you live alone, like a lot.
Are you okay?
You go through some phases. It's normal.
My Rio frontiers are still open. You can catch a plane and come here, and we can never beard you.
That's the solution.
We can have a beer.
We can have a beer in Brazil. I mean, the trip does sound great.
It's cheaper for you. It's cheaper for you to come here than it is for me to go there. Huh?
We can have a beer once and then don't talk to me.
Did I solve your existential dread? I got you a Bud Light. Fuck, man.
Did you have a good time? Yeah, it was all right. All right. Cool. Now go home.
Not alone. Then it's free beer. I might as well.
Is it free beer though, or does you have to pay for himself?
Nah, come on. I mean, I'm accompanying JD because he's alone and sad in the holidays, so I'll pay him beer.
free beer. Oh, are you buying beer for me? No, you're buying beer for me. Come on.
No, I'm buying
Which
you
dread are we trying to
one
solve
free
here?
beer.
You're taking up my time. You think I'm going to show up and hang out with you for free?
That is too real. Like, let's just not go there.
Is your existential dread getting any lower?
Wouldn't it be getting higher? I guess dread doesn't get higher; it just gets lower.
because it's the holidays in US. Because only the US has the fucking Thanksgiving thing. Although it's a Memorial Day here, like I correlated a lot of this show because I started playing Ninja Fantasy stuff.
The ninja episode in this one can get fucked. I hated that episode.
You hated that episode? Man, I was so sad when they died.
I was just yeah, it's like 13 episodes later. It's just hey, ninja guy, what's going on? Oh yeah, all my friends died in that terrorist attack.
All my friends are dead.
Oh,
I was like, holy shit.
I mean, you guys did get hoodwinked on a visa scam, so you know. And the one guy's wife left him anyways.
Hell yeah. Basically,
she technically came back. And,
Plan the Test reminds you that, dreams kind of suck sometimes.
It does. You should not have dreams. You should be like Hachimaki. Have objectives and go through death games to go to Jupiter.
Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool.
The death games?
That reminded me of the anime Space Brothers. He's going through all the trials to get on the Von Braun. And there's various tricks and traps that you have to overcome.
Death games and Space Brothers?
Yeah, kind of. That's all the scenarios that go. Now they don't. I mean, they're controlled death games, not like in this one where it's just accident after accident.
If you want to be
an accident happened. I was like, I don't know. I don't think that legally qualifies as an accident when the fucking people applying the test. It's just like, oh, she's gonna die, and we're not gonna help.
Well,
you
we got a
the
test
contract saying we can kill you. I'm not helping him. It's like, holy fuck, this is.
It's on the contract saying they could kill you. Then I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, but due to some really, really unfortunate dumbasses in Germany, I think the international consensus is that you cannot sign a contract saying someone can kill you.
I mean, listen, that's fair, but at the same time, it's one of those things where, like it says, it was an accident, and what should we have done? Should we send out more people and risk their lives too? I don't think so. I think that's a bad idea.
We need lifeguards. Am I right?
We don't need lifeguards. Oh, that's right. Fuck safety, right? Who needs safety?
Let's just cut their oxygen fucking supply for an hour short and see what happens.
Listen, man, you're going to be working 8-hour shifts out there, and let's see. Yeah,
and
we'll give you
we'll give you 7 hours of air.
No, we'll give you 4.5 hours of air. That seems reasonable, right? Don't use it all up at once.
It's like, man, Jupiter is just. I like the what is his name? Locksmith.
Yeah,
people
that was
fucking die, and he's like, I feel so sad, but we got data. Thank you. I was like, damn.
Got my numbers,
so
baby.
Bad. Man, this is so sad. Anyways.
Check out the profit margin in Q3, am I right?
Even after they have the explosion in the moon. Yay. His voice is a little bit annoying though, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But the characters are nice. Hachimaki is a little bit, I cannot, he does way too many ollies and 180s for me to like him. He just goes through so many different personalities. So maybe I like episode 5 to episode 12 Hachimaki, I would say, out of all of them. And maybe episode 26 Hachimaki is nice. Well,
yes, super depressive and doesn't care about humanity. Hachimaki is definitely less fun, and not as great to watch because it's so depressing to watch this dude just fall into an abyss of despair over and over and over again. It's only getting worse, and then he reads a blank piece of paper. It all makes sense.
It all makes sense. We are all connected.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
okay, bro.
Don't give me that piece bullshit.
Go to the girl that you left behind for your dumb ambitions, and she's in a wheelchair that almost died from a terrorist attack of your ex-girlfriend.
We're all connected, JD.
We're all connected. Time is a flat circle, just like Earth. Let's knock up.
Sometimes you can't always question why you got to know someone better.
God.
Sometimes circumstances are weird.
Oh man.
Unbelievable.
Oh man. Anyway, the characters. Who is your favorite character?
I really liked Fee. I think my favorite episode with Fee was the one where she's just in total distraught over the fact she can't get a cigarette because the terrorists keep attacking.
That episode is so good. It's like, oh, of course, this goddamn terrorists need to bomb the fucking cigarette smoking rooms.
She's tweaking out.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying stop smoking because fresh air is a precious commodity on space, and she's like, oh yeah, but you can go fuck yourself.
Man, I'm just saying, right?
Yeah, she
well,
doesn't
the
give a
fucking
shit.
high chance of getting cancer. Fucking who gives a shit if you're smoking?
Yeah, I mean, she like if I'm like I'm gonna get radiation poisoning long before this lung cancer kicks in. Like she's got the right idea.
Hell yeah!
I did like the side comment. I forget who it was in that episode. Just kind of goes, it seems kind of dangerous to light an open flame in highly compressed and sterile air.
Yeah,
whatever.
Highly compressed, oxygen-rich environment.
Seems dangerous. Not gonna worry about it.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? We're gonna die.
I love her just self-contained robot where she can smoke in it.
Yeah, fuck it, because she doesn't have anywhere to smoke, so it's just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna lock myself in here.
No, it's a smoker's thing. It's an actual product.
Yeah, it's great.
No, I know.
It's phenomenal. She has it. It's like, I was really hoping one episode that she just starts toking up
the toy box. Ram the toy box, get into the fucking atmosphere, and they're just smoking on the boat, the inflatable boat. Just like, man, it's so great to be alive. I was like, oh yeah. I think my favorite one is Yuri. I like his story. Like his story is so long, long.
Yeah, his story is long.
It starts on the fucking prelude of episode 1, because the first character we see is actually his wife about to get fucking murdered by a boat in space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it takes what, like 3 to 5 episodes?
Well, yeah, it's a slowly developing thing that you kind of see in the background, and he really keeps to himself, and even the rest of the crew kind of question it, and they're like, yeah, when you think about it, we don't know anything about this dude, and they all visit on Earth, and he's with Hachimaki's younger brother, who has the same kind of family ambitions, the same self-destructive personality, and just making rockets on the beach that go into people's homes and possibly decapitate others. And Yuri just goes, "Yeah, I can help you with that." He gets his watch.
Here, have this copy of the highly secret navigation software we use in our multi-billion, trillion, possibly company.
Isn't this illegal? So,
and he goes, is that illegal? It's only illegal if you tell someone.
Like, no, just don't tell anyone.
Good point. Yeah, there's the compass story, It's like, oh yeah, his wife was in the transport. It exploded because of a little boat. They never found the body. I was like, oh man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I wish the series would have done more of that, actually.
Like, police say what?
Less terrorism and more of that.
The biggest problem with Yuri is just like the compass thing. It's like imagine being married to someone and they get a pension of some sort, and they write like, "Please save this guy." It's like, what do I need save from? What? Why are you writing this about me? What? Because she didn't write that when she was about to die. You know, it's clearly stated that was written already in the compass.
Right.
I was like, oh, well, what is it? Okay. But aside that, his story is very interesting. Like when he talks, oh, when I was younger, I just left everything and started walking on Earth to understand what is going on my questions. And then I found this old man, and the old man called me a retard. And I was like, oh man, I am a retard.
He didn't
and then I
say that. He goes, what's the meaning? He just goes, don't worry about it. Oh.
I was like, oh man, you're such a retard. Why you question that shit?
That's right. It's completely quoted exactly as is.
Yeah, word for word.
Law, why are you being such a...
Law. I'm just saying, we need that sort of fucking dialogue in anime. Lol, why are you being such a retard?
Yeah. But aside that, like, it's very interesting. He goes through a lot of phases, and his character development is better than Hachimaki's. So, hey, that's a plus. I like Yuri.
Yeah.
I like Lavi as well. Like, he's really annoying, but when he's go like, I have 7 kids and I'm a hero, and he does something, it's like, man, he's really cool.
I don't know about
Adele as well. I enjoy Adele. Like the first time you see her without the working clothes, and she's like, "Oh, my turn is over," and then she just rips off the fucking top, and she's using a really tight leather corset and miniskirt. She just goes out. I was like, "Wait a second, what did I just? What was that? Is that her character? What?"
Yeah, she turns out she was her ex-husband's like this con artist mixed in with I guess it was terrorism as well.
Yes, it was
a lot of terrorist connections in this anime.
Listen, man, I'm just saying, all right? That's the only logical explanation. You have the people that want to explore the universe, and then you have terrorists.
Yeah, it's just like Gundam. You got the space people, then you got everyone else who wants to destroy Earth. You know.
We had a lot of unproportional death tolls in this anime, but no genocides.
Well, I mean,
no genocide.
If you remember, there was the scientist from the place Lataniqua. Just had the.
But that was no.
No. He accomplishes getting the robot or whatever the hell he was making to prove that third world countries could reach space, and word gets back to the plant, and then in that moment, the Civil War completely explodes that engineering plant, and everyone dies.
The UN invaded the country.
Oh, that was the UN invading it?
Yeah, it was the UN invading them.
I thought it was just the Civil War was breaking. I guess that's genocide in a way. The UN is committing it? No?
I guess so. I don't know. They didn't specify anything about that.
They didn't specify it, therefore it's not real.
Have you guys ever, I mean, just side comment, because the...
And your character, GD. Your favorite character.
Oh, it was Fee.
He told you
as well. Nice.
Yeah.
What do you mean Fee as well? He was the one who said Fee.
I said Fee.
But I agree with JD. I agree with JD. Fee is for me. She's the one that I relate the most to just in general, and she's, she's quite...
Every single character is really, really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good character moments. Even
Nono is nice. I really enjoyed Nono and her story.
Her story was good.
Lunarian.
Yeah. She sees the surface of the moon as like her beach. Like people.
There's one episode called "Furai Me to the Moon, to the Moon."
The moon.
Let me pray among the stars. Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of really good, like even smaller little like stories in there. So, in general, I'm pretty happy with like the cast of characters for the most part. To be honest, but yeah, I think just Fee in general is just she's fun. She's fun. She's always fun when she's on screen.
Yeah, she kind of takes a back seat A lot of the
does.
characters take a backseat in the second half, and it focused too much on that terrorism thing and depression. It really
Listen, man.
It brought my mood down, boys. Brought my mood down. It was very sad.
Just saying, terrorism is important.
Well,
Couldn't get me, Turkey.
did you feel this anime went into the Kessler syndrome as much as they should have? So for those that don't know, the Kessler syndrome is the it's the theory of debris will hit debris and create an exponential amount of more debris.
Yeah. I mean, it went when it was necessary. Like when the terrorists were like, if they explode our company, it's gonna create so much debris that it will be impossible to develop a space.
Right. It'll just create a boundary around the Earth's atmosphere and space, so you won't ever be able to actually get up because you'll just keep hitting debris and dying.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned that a couple times earlier on as well, like for the reason why they're even doing their job in the first place. So,
right.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
it was the right amount.
I think it's basically what's necessary because, like, I think it kind of explains itself.
Have you ever looked at the pictures of space debris around Earth lately?
Yes.
Now that there's a new mission of a massive satellite to kind of replace the I was just looking at this. No, it's there's a satellite that's like just reaching its destination, and they've NASA, or I think maybe it's the European company. They're creating essentially another massive space satellite that can do
like a humble.
Yeah, something like that. And they went into the Kessler syndrome and how to time something in space because there's so much debris out in space currently that they have to specifically time things to actually get it successfully out there. And there's pictures that you can look at, and it's just incredible how much just shit is in space right now. It's a real, it's a real thing, and that's what made this anime kind of go, oh yeah, this is a super important job.
Fun fact. If you go to the Wikipedia page of Planet S, there's actually one of that.
Oh,
of the debris. NASA visualization of space debris around Earth.
Wonder
and
how
Earth
recent
is
that is.
white looking at it, or how much debris there is around it.
Yeah. Just so many satellites and destroyed satellites and debris from destroyed satellites. Because countries during the space race would just chuck satellites up there over and over and over again. And then just leave shit behind, and yeah, it's wild. It's a cool thing to look up, Kessler syndrome. All right, let's see here. I'm looking at some of these episodes' titles, see if there's anything else to talk about here, because really we could go into a whole thing over the concept of the Von Braun and importance of going to Jupiter, namely that there's moons out there with possible atmospheres of water, but they don't really go into that in the anime.
You can go to the second half, like the construction of the second half with Hakim and Gigalt.
How did you feel about Hakim becoming a terrorist, or was he always a terrorist? I kind of forget how he got to that point.
He wasn't known as a terrorist. Because
how did he get to that point, though? He just kind of showed. I must be forgetting, but he just kind of showed up and he wanted to fucking blow everything up.
People are going to Jupiter. Kind of was the last drop. Because like he explains, like, I'm from a country that is currently suffering with poverty. It was one of the biggest countries in the world. It was one of the most the richest, one of the richest countries in the world, because we exported petroleum, oil.
Right.
Now that people are just using this stuff from the moon, my country, which could be in the moon as well, be exploring space, is just delved into civil war because no one helped us. Everyone used us, and now they just chucked us around. I came to space, I came to do my job, a good job. but now realizing that people are going to other planets and countries like mine will get definitely worse, because now there's not even a reason to support the companies around Earth anymore. You're just gonna support them, maybe even not even the moon anymore. I'm done. Basically, and he decided to become a terrorist. That's what I understood. That's kind of why Claire also becomes a terrorist.
Yeah, Claire, I thought, just kind of got roped in out of her own depression or whatnot. No, she just kept getting downgraded, didn't she? She lost a job and then she got down.
But it was I would say it's still depression. It's like she tried too hard. She burned out. Started to commit a lot of mistakes, and then they piled up. She kept committing mistakes, not because she was bad or she was not good at the job. It's just that a lot of things were piled up and she couldn't basically function anymore. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, don't take on too much work you can't do. Is that a life lesson?
but
I have to tell people no at work myself all the time. You can't handle this? Bro, I can't do that. I have too much other stuff to do.
There's a lot of pressure because she talks, and like people around her talks about her mistakes when she's on the command center. Once she's out of the command center, the only person saying like she's making mistakes is Claire. But we see her working, and she's just working flawlessly, right? On the screen, it's like she's working flawlessly. It's like this person is making mistakes enough to be demoted so hard to the debris section. That's just like the warning sign. It's not so much the work; it's just her mental state. It's not there. So she's just making mistakes, not because she's bad or because the work is hard. It's just that she's not there, really. It's a little bit interesting. Don't burn out yourself.
Oh no, don't do that.
And be happy.
I learned that very quickly
love and peace.
Very quickly into my own personal career. It's like, oh man, the overtime is kind of not worth it when you can suffer.
It's never worth it.
No, it's never worth it. You don't move up the way you think you are. It's a very harsh self-realization, and then even in the company I'm at now, it's like, no, bro. 8.5 hours. I'm out of here, buddy. You should have come to me 2 hours ago. Oh, no, you can't stay late? Oh, sorry. Past my working hours. It's not being a team player. No, you aren't, because you should have gotten this done earlier.
You're not being a team player for not finishing my work for me.
Yeah, exactly. No, Tori, that's exactly right.
Gotta go home, man. I have plants to feed and animals to water. See you tomorrow.
I actually had to explain to someone. They go, please. What do you got to do? Don't you live alone? I was like, yeah, I got video games to play.
I got the video game. I got podcasts to record. I
want to play Metroid Dread. I don't got time for your shit.
Listen, man, my dog's girlfriend just died.
I got a play date with my dog and my dog's girlfriend, all right? I got to be a chaperone for them. If I'm not getting laid, they will.
I mean, it was so...
It's interesting.
Don't you live alone?
Sorry.
I hate that. Don't you live alone? If that is ever
just because you hate yourself, don't assume everyone hate themselves. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
I got stuff to do.
I got my 40 hours. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Just because your family hates you and you want to escape them, don't fucking force that shit on me. Peace out, bro. I'm out of this shit.
I mean, that's kind of what Planet Test says. I'm pretty sure everyone actually hates their family. That's why they all leave them.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is fucking...
If they still have a family, I guess.
If they still have a family, yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Sometimes you gotta... Sometimes you just want to be alone.
Fee really likes her family.
But she's never there. That's the whole point of the show. Like, no one is ever with their family in the show.
Listen, man.
Oh yeah, I got a husband. Oh yeah, I got daughters. Oh yeah, I got a mom. When do you see him? Yeah, like once every 2 or 3 years, maybe.
Maybe.
That's if not.
JD
That's
went to
that's
study
if.
on Germany and didn't see his family for like 2 or 3 years straight.
No, they visited me.
Man, I tend
to see my
feel
family
you.
once a year. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Once a year.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like I
haven't seen him
it's
this
so
year yet.
unfortunate that you technically just admitted that you just hate your family by accident.
No, it's not the same. I swear.
It's like, man, these people hate their families. They are always away in another place working. I am in another place working and I only see my family once. It's like,
Look, man, I
that's
told you I could really relate to this anime. It's very sad.
yeah. Like the self-realization you actually hate your family.
Oh no, I love my
no.
family. Stop. I love all 3 of them.
JD. JD sitting there just having flashback to when he was a debris collector in space.
Yeah.
Hickey
Or
with that
better,
question.
the debris collector in the geology room offshore.
Instead of rocks in
Being
space,
kept in a
rocks on Earth.
fucking human-sized hamster cage.
That was about the same thing. You're fucking stuck inside of a closed ass box forever. Who gives a shit? You might as well be in space.
In an ocean and no one close to you. You might fucking die and you need fucking suits to get out.
Might as well be in
Special
space.
suits. Yeah, might as well be space. The only thing is instead of just burning fuel going up, you're burning fuel going horizontally.
I don't know if I like these comparisons anymore.
At least you got anime. These people don't even have anime.
Man, what a shitty job.
I mean, I don't have to worry about hopefully radiation poisoning and cancer. Well, yeah, probably.
That's what you think.
You probably,
think.
you probably need. Yeah, someone who works with pension laws and stuff, you probably should.
Oh no.
I don't know if you did. If you did not, I would ask you to do some.
I didn't have any
testing.
experience with terrorisms in any of these jobs I've had, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's way different than Planet Test.
Yeah, I guess true.
That is way different.
Now, if I was
one
stationed,
day-
in a different place, there's a good possibility that it would have ended differently.
Yeah, reminiscent of that one time he was working in offshore and quiet.
No, I never got that far.
He's like, if I was stated in another place, would be different. It's like, oh yeah, good thing you avoided the storm.
Yeah, I didn't go to a offshore facility in Senegal. That didn't happen.
That's good.
Yeah, so no terrorism in my line of work. Sort of.
You didn't get Black Lagooned. That's good.
I did not get Black Lagoon. Yes, correct. That's a verb now.
Black Lagoon.
I also didn't get brittle bones, and I didn't experience someone that was born in space. No. Yeah, she was a good character. I did laugh at the fact that I was like, she seems like a child, and then they go, oh yeah, they grow differently here in space because she's a space kid.
Yeah.
She's actually like 11, and Tanabe gets super jealous that he's hanging out with her. Okay. Hachimaki has the real say, oh fuck, you're a space kid? You're 11? Oh, this isn't gonna work out.
You're 12 years old? Yeah, nah. Again, like I said, a lot of neat little stories there and there.
And she can never go to Earth because her body is just not built for it. Much like humans on Earth aren't built for space.
Yeah.
It's a nice little side realization there. It was good.
I will never see. Oh man.
I mean,
work very hard and become strong and go to Earth and see the ocean. And that actually saves the fucking lunar base from half-dead Hakim. Like, just resurrected. And just fucked off, I guess. It was just fucked up, yeah. That happened. That happened at the end there. Also, that's very interesting. Like, even the support characters that appear one or twice, they are still important all the way to the end. Even the ninja guys. The ninja guys are so important. Like even though you're so numbed by the whole corporation stuff, by the time they die, or like you get the news from the fat guy. There's stealing deceased people stuff to sell. Saying yeah, they die. It's like, oh man, but it's been so long, and you're so numb by the space race that it's like, oh, and that happened. That sucks. Those guys are nice. Next.
Anyways, who's dying next?
Yeah, everyone dies, or everyone comes close to death at some point in the show.
That's so pointless, man.
They definitely all died a little inside, at the very least.
A little.
I said at the least. I did preface.
If they weren't already dead inside by the start of the show, they most certainly were dead inside by the end of the show.
Yeah. All right. Scores. Let's finish this up.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, I've talked about the show before, obviously. I really enjoyed it. I give it an 8.
I, for the first 15 episodes, was in that 10 out of 10, and then it just got way too into the terroristic plot. Didn't enjoy that. The self-deprecating depression and despair of Hachimaki was not enjoyable to watch, but it didn't totally ruin the show. I was still heavily engaged and involved throughout the story, and obviously, since we've talked like an hour over the show alone, I get the feeling we all liked it a lot. I'm also at an 8 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7.
Oh, Hickey the Low Man hated it.
I was just about to say, here's when Hickey comes out, but actually, though, like, fuck
I thought,
fuck you, 7.
I thought about
2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Absolute waste of space.
Yeah, I would say like there was at least 2 episodes there that's just a complete waste of space. Not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, the ninja episode.
26. That's all right.
Yeah, 2 out of 26. That's good.
For what seemingly is an episodic anime with some side plots, I mean, you only get kind of 2 somewhat ones you don't need. It's not a bad hit rate.
I watched 12 episode series that are all garbage.
Well,
I
think we all have. Let's go back to the playbook, boys. Here we go. Avenger. Eat Man.
Come on. Okay, yeah. No, actually, yes.
Come on, man. Yeah. We're getting our rage that drives this hard melody is kind of deeper.
Fuck you.
we gotta pump out a little bit more rage.
I'm about to eat.
Or else gonna end up as love and peace in space.
I'm gonna eat some fucking metal after this.
Metal.
All right, so our next episode's in a couple weeks. Hickey, it is your pick, by the way.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, it's okay. It's Christmas anime.
Oh no!
No.
No, it's not a Christmas
That's
anime?
Tori's episode. That's an
I picked the Christmas anime. Come on. Don't you remember what you picked, Hickey?
I was a little bit
drunk.
A little bit. I wasn't drunk.
Here, I will remind you.
Please.
As I posted it in the Discord chat.
Nia under 7.
Oh yeah, Near on the 7. More space stuff.
More space stuff. Definitely not so much Christmas. Maybe a bit more depression on our table, but you know.
I expect someone else to relate to the depression in the next anime.
Near the 7, yay.
Nia under 7, yay.
I don't even know what it is. I already forgot.
You'll find out.
Oh boy. I'll look it up afterwards. Remind myself what this shitty thing we'll probably watch is gonna be.
Hey, it's not shitty. It's just weird.
Oh great. I can't wait.
Listen, man, it's not only by him, but it's by Yoshitoshi Abe, and you know, you've seen stuff by him before. I know you have.
Goody. All right. That concludes this episode. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Goodbye.